Greetings and welcome, adventurers, to another episode of Let's Play Divine Divinity. When last we left off, back in Verdistus, trying to find some more quests to do, people to save, maidens to slay, monsters to slay, or the other way around. Who knows? In particular, we were interested in Cerdantes Manor. There's, I think, of a couple other houses I should probably give a check. And also just fill in all the blanks in the map. Okay. Owen? If you ever considered a warrior's life, I recommend that you apply whatever talents you have in the service of the higher ranking noble family. The Dugal army doesn't pay regular soldiers very well. Okay. Thanks for telling us that, I guess. You leave the key out here.
Ha!
I mean, it is a decent shield. I think our shield is currently more for... it's just a nice large shield. Okay, so let's not do that. Not that interested in being a thief. Okay. Nothing here. What else? The wine merchant can wait. Check this out. Lucius. Hello, I'm Lucius, but everyone here calls me Luke. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Ah, if you weren't strapped down with a family, I would have been exploring the world just as you. I imagine you've seen many exotic places in Riverland. Oh, the life of an adventurer can be very boring. Everyone is always asking you to do this favor or save them from that evil. Good as you mentioned that. I was looking for my lost cat and need someone who could... I was joking! Sure you were. Okay. City watch. And let's head towards Dante's house. I need to know more about that feud he's having. Oop.
I've heard strange noises coming from yonder house at night.
Well, I heard a horrible scream 2 days ago. Dreadful it was.
No, never.
God's truth. And she lives there all alone in this house, with no man to protect her.
Not that she's short of male company.
She's setting herself up as competition to old Afrasam's whorehouse, if I guess aright.
I don't believe it. You'd see males coming and going all the time if that were so.
Maybe you should ask your husband. I heard he's been asking for Magdalena a lot at Afrasam's tavern lately.
What? That bastard son of a halfling? I'll cut his philandering pecker off!
That wasn't necessary, Jocast. Don't fling rocks from inside your own glass-walled house. I've heard you've often gone to Afrasam's to ask for the handsome Yanas of late.
You lying bitch! It's not true!
Excuse me, ladies. I'm off to greet my husband's return home with a carving knife.
Such friendly people in this place.
A loud noise comes from the next room. Maybe somebody's fighting there.
Beware, stranger. Fight or run for your life. What's the problem here? The last blast weakened the beast, but not for long. Finish it, quickly. Alright then, I'll fight. Okay, that was some sort of demon, I think. Phew, that was close. Thank you for the assistance, my friend. What happened here? Where did that foul beast come from? I summoned the creature to learn its secrets. Unfortunately, it broke free. How? I bought this book from Penzak, a traveling merchant who arrived here in Vedistas. The book was written by a mage named Regan the Archmage. He's very convincing about the safety aspects in the 40-page foreword. Maybe a bit too convincing. Uh-huh. Yes, I suppose my suspicions should have been more fully aroused by the section in which Regan insists that eating a straw hat and putting a tomato on your head during the summoning will help prevent the demon from breaking out. In retrospect, I suspect that was a printing error. That I only ate a bit of the hat. Very indigestible. You are a summoner. Could you help me increase my skill at summoning? Yes, I might be able to teach you summoning skills due thanks to your help. Right, we're making me listen. We might as well start immediately. First, you will have to bring me some ingredients we need to perform the lesson. You need. Right, you only need a piece of wood for a magical talking tree found only in the dark forest. You may have to slog all the way to the dark forest and back. Yes, you might. But it shouldn't be necessary. Find somebody here who in Vedistas who was in the dark forest recently. Lots of travelers carry talking tree bark for good luck. Talking trees whine on about it endlessly. Privation of the arboreal rights, they say. Very well, what else do you need? With your present level of summoning skill, you need a certain book on summoning. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy. The only one I know was in the possession of Sir Patrick. I sent Penumbra, a good friend of mine, to borrow it from him. Unfortunately, he's not a member of the Thieves Guild, and the nosy salts caught her in the act. The thieves are very sensitive when it comes to stealing without the guild license. Poor Penumbra will be lucky to get away with all her fingers still attached. So, what are you suggesting? If you really want to get the book, you'll have to free Penumbra from the thieves. In order to do so, it might be necessary to become a member of the guild, I'm afraid. I've heard the owner of Ducal Inn is the right person to speak to. Not an easy task, I guess. The more? The third thing you'll need is a certain wine of the correct vintage. You have to ask Piers, the wine merchant. Just mention my name, Karina the Summoner. He'll know what you need. A piece of wood, a book, and a bottle of wine? Very well, I'll return with the items as soon as I may be. Do you have anything for sale? You do have some things for sale. Packet of flasks, yes please. Okay. Yes, do so. Who wants to summon the demon? Well, it's certainly more interesting than building snowmen. Right. Also, I kind of looked it up on what would happen with the feuding sisters Apparently it doesn't matter who you side with. Okay, this one apparently doesn't read anything. Tiles? No, gills, I guess. Fancy statue. What do you want of me, stranger? I'm on an errand to buy goods from the market, and my wife expects my return soon. I've no wish to be late, or risk a tongue lashing. I'd sooner risk a crazed orcish horde than my wife's waspish temper. What do you need from the market? Need some bread and milk for our evening meal. Can't afford much, though. The merchants have driven up the prices. Why are they raising the prices? I hear orcs have set up a huge camp on the southern border of the dukedom. Now, it's not a sign of trouble, and I don't know what is. Talk of impending war is rife, and people everywhere are afraid. Go now. Need to keep the man. That's a bunch of rats. And that's the outer wall, okay. So, the house of the Malcolm, yeah. Should probably investigate. If we are intending to be side with Maria. Which I am much more inclined to, because she's offering me a far better deal. Making the Merchant Guild a little bit more honest probably wouldn't be a bad thing. Let's see. Entrance is on the front. Is it unlocked? It is unlocked. Good. Good. Alright, now to find some evidence. Evidence! Come to me! Our evidence, where would I hide? That seems promising. Don't want that. This book appears to contain the financial records of the Merchants Guild. Someone has been written some additional text besides some numbers explaining how they used several tricks to steal money from the Merchants Guild. That feels like a bad idea. Maria was right. Well, let's go find the guild leader. Explain to him that he should indeed not trust Malcolm whatsoever. I did not know that Maria was right, but I had a suspicion that she was. You are quite stubborn, yes? But I ask you to leave. I have discovered that Malcolm is stealing money from the Merchants Guild by fooling around with the financial records. Here is the evidence. What? Let me see that. But this would mean that one of my closest friends has been stealing and lying for all these years. I would immediately throw him out of this guild. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. What about becoming a member of the Merchant Guild now? I am relieved Malcolm has been exposed and arrested. He could have brought great disrepute upon our Merchant Guild. We yourselves hereby grant you lifetime membership to our guild and offer our thanks. Here is your personal key to the archive of the Merchant Guild. You might find the information in there useful. Actually, a woman named Maria brought Malcolm's treachery to my attention. She says Malcolm wrongfully accused her family and she lost everything because of this. She told me of this treachery and asked me to expose it. Maria, that seems to be wrongfully accused her and the family then. Malcolm fooled us all with his treacherous lies. If you see her again, please tell her she's welcome again in Verdistis, and we are deeply sorry for suffering we've caused. there anything I can do now that I'm a member of the Merchant Guild? There's a store in the Merchant's Quarter that sells nothing but inferior goods. I suspect the owner is engaging in under-the-counter dealings with stolen goods and does not have a license from our guild. You wish me to speak with this owner? Find this merchant in the Rivertown Market area and see if you know... Yeah, okay. Lord, would you like to dine with me in the private study? I'm interested in renting a house in for this, maybe something even to buy. Okay. Okay. Nothing new there, but we now have a key. So can we go in there?
Brilliant!
Yes. And something went wrong. And we're back. Alright, so I did ask for some money now, this time around. So I got some 10,000 coins. Yay! Right. Let's look around for something I can actually use rather than just some random manuscript. I'm getting a little bit suspicious of trying to read anything now. A bunch of keys, okay. I guess that's what I need the keys for. Oh. We are here to find a cat.
Brilliant!
Meow. And I guess we found it.
Yes! I can't use that.
Anything in these books? Use. Odd place to store money. If there are any spell books in it, definitely interested. Yeah, I do hope that the game doesn't crash any further. It's usually not very big deal, but when the game doesn't close properly, it prompts you to reset the game to a certain way it was, which is usually the wrong way. Because there's a specific video setting that I need to put this game to so it doesn't look all screwy. And I can't remember what it was exactly. How would you keep a broken shield? Well, at least we have done our good deed. The cat is free.
Brilliant!
That's basically just supplies.
Yes!
Supplies. I don't think anything here is particularly of use to us. Odd place for a bed. Odd place for a book. Making business. Take the empty flask. Room. Whoever runs this guild is a bunch of pack rats. Anyway, we let the cat out, so hopefully it made its way back to the owner. Where is the owner? Okay, who gave us the quest? Little girl in Fadistis. Free her trapped at Cosmo Larian Guild. You? Thank you for freeing Cosmo. You saved his life and made me happy again. Alright, good luck for you and your cat. Thank you very much. You're really nice for your age. Now I will tell you my secret. I'm all ears. I saw two dark men putting something in the chicken house at the animal gutter of Vegistus. They don't know I watched them. The chicken house? Not a very clever hideout. It will soon be found by the person who collects the eggs, I guess. I don't think so. I know the woman who's collecting the eggs. She isn't doing it very thorough, because she's afraid of the snakes stealing the eggs sometimes. I'm afraid too, for this reason I haven't looked there myself. There are sometimes snakes in there? Good to know. I'm curious what else is in the chicken house. Thank you, little one. A very obedient cat. Right. Yeah, I do remember when I first booted up this game, the resolution was just crap and it ran even worse. It was a real shame because I was really looking forward to playing it way back when I got it the first time. Chicken house. Well, at least that's easily found. Still need to talk with Sir Dante. James certainly has a means of keeping you busy. Heyo. Well, they were right. There was a snake in there. Let's grab some more poison while we are out here. I got some flasks to spare. I don't mind occasionally getting a little bit of break from combat. Gonna keep warning me every time I do anything. Yeah. I can go wrong way, aren't I? Yeah. Gates are open the other side. Well, dang. Getting a little bit sidetracked here. I already bumped into the gate before I got here. Right, let's clear out the map. Do a full lap around the house. He's rich enough he can take care of his own poison mushrooms. And maybe he has got good reason for keeping some in his yard. All place for a poor citizen to show up. They might have wanted in it because I opened the gate, but who knows? Hello, I would like to speak to the Lord of the Manor. Is the Lord of the Manor anywhere to be found? I'll just keep opening doors until I run into the Lord.
This door is locked tighter than a dwarf's ale purse.
Okay, so we're not getting in there then? How about here? Randall. Good morning, sir. My name is Randall. I'm the personal secretary of Sedante. Greetings, Randall. I have to do some business with Sedante, but I've never dealt with him before. So can you tell me about him? Is he a good master? It is my honor to work for him. 5 years ago, I attempted to offer my services at Stormfist Castle. Master Duke was not satisfied with my abilities, and I was forced to resign. Sedante then hired me and has proved a most pleasant master to work for, though he does have his quirks. Sedante has quirks, you say? Could you be a little more specific? Sedante is a very busy man, prone to becoming furiously angry when things don't go his way. He also suffers from certain private problems too. Really? Kind of problems. I am not at liberty to discuss the matter. One thing I can say is there has been a recent heated discussions with his wife, and Sedante is of mind to calm his wife's temper with an expensive gift. How can I help? Visit Elmer Vignes, the dwarven jeweler in the Dwarven Halls. Tell him you were sent by me to pick up Sedante's gift for his wife. Do you know the magic word? I would be most grateful if you could please pick up the gift for Sedante's wife at the Dwarven Mines. Where can I find this dwarven jeweler? I shall mark the location where you'll find Elmer on your map. You must travel to the Dwarven Halls in the mountains. You must cross Rivertown and head towards through the Dark Forest to get there. Very well, I will do as you ask. The brooch. Do I know how to get there? Not on this map, at least. Well, I guess we have something to do. In the meantime, off we go. Not here, because that's around the manor again. Alright, let's go back to the Ducal Inn, see if I can actually do the pickpocketing now that I have a rank in it. Something tells me I probably don't have enough rank, but we'll see. But that'll have to do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.